Howdy. I'd like to discuss a little topic which I had a little discussion over with a Christian lady very recently, and it made me think to make a video about it because I think that the subject is pretty important, and it had to do that. I'm Dutch. In Holland, there is a guy called Geert Wilders. And the thing is, she doubted that she did not agree with me that me as a Christian, I should vote on a guy like Geert Wilders, or for example in America, that a Christian should vote on a guy like Donald Trump. Well, why not? The thing is, I have many videos in which I explained the Deutronomy 28 curses. And also the Leviticus 26, the curses, in which God says, well, if you listen to me, folks, I will bless you. Well, I will bless you abundantly. And we have seen that in the Middle Ages, where countries like Holland, England, and so on, they were Christian, they were believing in God, and they were blessed abundantly. They were rich. These are called the Golden Ages. And that's why, because Europe was Christian, and Europe flourished. Now, what we see today is actually the reversed process. Europe and America are saying no to God more and more and more, to Jesus Christ, the church, and so on, so on, so on. So what they do, the curses of Leviticus 26 and Deuteronomy 28 are being introduced into your country. And that's exactly what is happening right now in our days. You can read Leviticus 26 and Deuteronomy 28 if you don't believe me. But that lady, she said, you as a Christian, you're supposed not to vote on a guy like Geert Wilders in Holland, and the same goes for Christians in America, to vote on Trump. Is that right? Well, what does it imply? One of the curses is that people will come to your country if people say no more and more no to God, and say and reject God in their country, Jesus Christ, God, and they bring on in their country a curse. So by allowing this curse to come in your country, because these people, and I'm not going to mention specific groups or so, they introduce different languages, they introduce different gods, they introduce different customs, etc., and they will terrorize you in your own country. And that's exactly one of the things that you see, which is prophesied in Leviticus 26 and Deuteronomy 28. Exactly that's what's happening. And so should I not vote on a guy like Geert Wilders or Donald Trump in my own country? But I talked to that. I said to that lady, listen, if you don't vote on a guy like Geert Wilders and includingly evangelize to people so they become Christians again, then what you basically do is you are empowering the curses over your own country that are mentioned in Leviticus 26 and Deuteronomy 28. And that's exactly what you see. They welcome these people from, oh yeah, they're welcome, and so on. And some are very lovely, and some are very sweet and nice. And of course, that's the way they are introduced here. If it's not appealing, then then it's not. Then they're not easily welcomed, of course. But and she will, in her opinion, you should vote as a Christian. Welcome them with open arms and vote for some other party who has nothing to do with this subject. I don't agree. Sorry. In the first place, we should vote on guys like Geert Wilders or Donald Trump. Secondly, is that we should introduce the gospel to people so that Europe and America becomes a Christian nation again, or Christian country again. And if Europe becomes Christian again, these people have nothing to seek here, and they will go automatically. Then the blessings of God will return. And yes, some of them, some of these other religious people might even convert to Christianity, etc. And then the curses will disappear from your country. But if you don't, if you welcome them more and more, you are basically empowering the curses that God allows to happen over your country. And so basically I can, of course, there are also some issues that I don't agree with this Geert Wilders guy or with the Donald Trump guy. But basically what he does is trying to reverse the curse that the Europeans and the Americans have taken on themselves by rejecting God. So, of course, I wish it was different. I mean, I'm not blaming these other people from other countries. I don't blame them. The basic origin of that they are coming here, introducing different gods, etc., and the basic reason that they bring the curse to our countries is basically the country's own ungodliness. I mean, people should return to God, Jesus, in order to remove the curse. But on the other hand, that does not mean that I have to welcome them with open arms. I mean, in welcoming them with open arms, I empower the curse that is written in the Bible. Of course, there are many nice people amongst them. I have nothing against these people, but I have something against these religions. That's their ideologies. And of course, everybody's free to believe what they want. That's not my thing. But it's not good for your country. If you look at the Christianity that has been, of course, there have been many faults as well. I agree, and I don't talk them right. But the Bible should be the fundament of your country in order to receive God's blessings, and that's what we saw in the Middle Ages. There was another point I want to make. I just forgot it, so maybe I'll come back on that a little later. So should I welcome these people with open arms? Sorry, I don't agree. And of course, I wish it was different, and that the guys like Donald Trump and Geert Wilders were not necessary. But unfortunately, in my opinion, they are, because not. If these people are not, if Europe and America is not converting themselves to Christianity, then sorry, these people, as they do in their own country, I mean, look at their own country, what they achieved in their prosperity. I mean, most of these countries are corrupt, women are suppressed. They kill each other with stones if a rule is broken. It's a desert, nothing flourishes, etc. People are poor, etc. So what they bring, they import these curses to our countries, and it's not their fault. It's basically the fault of the people that live in these countries, the European and the American country. These people should start to turn back to God. If you don't turn back to God, then these curses will come over them. As these people have the curses in their countries, they will bring them here to our country. It's as simple, and that's what you see. We had Cologne, we had Paris, we had London, we had Brussels. Maybe soon we might have Amsterdam. I don't know. I hope not. But by the way, I prefer not. But there were plans. I heard that a year ago when they had some attacks in Paris, they also had planned to come to Amsterdam to do the same thing. I hope it will never happen, by the way. But by not returning to Christianity, to God, to the God of the Bible, and I have here a Fire Bible, or King James is maybe a very good version. But by not returning to God, there will be a curse over the countries that we are living in the European and in the Western world. These people are not to blame. The blame is actually on the Europeans and the Americans, the original Americans and the original Europeans themselves. They should return to God, and yes, maybe of these people will convert as well. It's a lie, that's what I want to say. It is a lie, a very frequently heard lie, that these people come here to Europe and to America to get converted. That's a very nasty lie, because that's not the truth. Because only maybe 1% or even less are from these people are converted to Christianity. So that is a frequently heard lie, that these people are coming here so that you hear them, then we don't have to go to them, then we can convert them to Christianity. Sorry, that's not what they came to do here. They came here to convert you, even if that means with violence, and it will happen in the future. It already happened, because I know a friend of mine who was really approached by one of these people and said, well, please convert to this and this religion, because if you don't, I have to kill you in the future. That's the message they are spreading around in Europe and in America. So should we allow these people to come here? Well, preferably not. But again, at the same time, we have to start evangelize. So Christians should be getting active in spreading the gospel. That's one of the key messages of the Gospels, to say, for okay, you received it, spread it out. I mean, people need to hear the truth about God via Jesus Christ, that only Jesus can save you, etc. And if people do not do this, then yes, the curses are a consequence of the ungodliness, the Bible godliness, which comes along with it, and then these curses become active. So yes, because of this, I am voting on a guy like Geert Wilders. And as a Christian, I'm a Messianic Christian, and because of that, I'm voting on a guy like Geert Wilders. Or in America, Christians should vote on Donald Trump, because he has the same intentions with respect to these people with their religions. Well, this is the message what I want to share. So yes, unfortunately, it's necessary. I think it's necessary, and I don't feel guilty about it. No. For me, this goes hand in hand with talking to people like you here on what I'm doing on YouTube, to evangelize, to say, listen, folks, Jesus is your Savior, and that's the truth. Also, based on scientific things, the Bible is correct. It's scientifically, there is no argument to reject the Bible. There is none. Yeah, I'm voting on a guy like Geert Wilders, and as a Christian, so should you, I think. Why? To dismantle the curse that is going on right now in Europe and America, etc. Europe used to be Christian for a big part. A part is still Christian, but it's declining, unfortunately, which brings along the curse. So if you want to stop the curse, then vote on guys like Geert Wilders, vote on a guy like Donald Trump, and don't feel guilty about it. I mean, and next to that, you should get out on the street, hand out Bibles, tell people about Jesus Christ, and so on. It goes hand in hand. It's not voting on a guy like Geert Wilders and not evangelizing. No, it goes hand in hand. You should get in action. Christians should get in action to get Europe back to Christianity, if it's not too late already. Not that it's not a matter that I yes or no like these people from other countries with other religion. That's not the point. They can be very gentle, they can be very nice people, but they need Jesus Christ nonetheless. And I had a lot of contact with these people, and I like them. I had a lot of good folks with them, but they are wrong in their religious statements and their religious convictions. I don't hate these people. I really don't, but I don't like their religious statements and the religious. It means that. I have to respect, if I would respect their religious points of view, that means that I have to respect that they are allowed to kill me. Sorry? Yes, that's what I have to do. If I would respect their religious points of view, I have to also agree with them that they would be able to kill me and my family. Oh, Yeah, that's why it goes. That's what it means. If I have to respect their religious point of view, then I also have to accept that, because they are not allowed to accept this whole thing. They are not they are not willing to listen to God via the Bible. And that's what I mean. Respecting them in their religious point of view means also to respect them in the point of view that they have to kill you. And that brings along the curse, and that's why all the terrorist stuff is happening right now in for a couple of years now, and it's going to increase, folks. If Europe does not return to God, Jesus Christ, this terrorizing stuff is only going to increase. The Bible told it in the time of Moses, 3,500 years ago already. Read Leviticus 26, read Deutronomy 28 about it. What is standing there is happening right now, right today. And that's why I vote for Geert Wilders, because I don't want to have the responsibility on my name that I allowed a curse to get active. But if you want to make this curse active, then invite them into your countries, and you will see that you will indeed get the curse that is written in Leviticus 28, Leviticus 26 and Deuteronomy 28. I'm not willing to do that, and as a Christian, so should you not. Of course, you should love these people. I agree upon that. Love them as your neighbors, but do not agree with their religious convictions. And don't allow more of the people with these religious convictions into your country. You should block that and evangelize them. That's my statement for guys like Geert Wilders, and why I vote on him. And on if I would be an American, which I'm not, then I would also vote on Donald Trump. Okay, this is the message what I want to share. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hasta la basta.